extra on that. Woo! I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the...
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Hey, ready. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Throwing first play is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun now for Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And that'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Room here to run, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinals.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. And that falls false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. Here's Huntley. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a fight. Down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Huntley to throw. On the move to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Andrew Booth making the tackle. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now it's Lance. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Pass rusher extraordinaire. Deep throw that time, getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. You can't win it down the distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker. I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go now. 77.
Here's a give to Dobbins. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw, Huntley. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this right on the field across the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Off play action. Huntley. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Huntley. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Deep third. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Running left, here's Mitchell. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now Lance. And this pass broken up. And a contact low time there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings! Massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And breaking that tackle because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody from running down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys?
Nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Davis Price once more. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. 2nd down. Here's Davis Price. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Man open. That's Ray McCloud. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that during regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, hey, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And some room to work. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Davis Price. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Davis Price. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on the gain of 2.
Well, you have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still. And this time he is in. Ty Davis Price taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
One.
Now a carry for Dobbins. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. A loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this is one of those plays where your instincts actually go against you. You really need to try and knock that down, but it happens so fast, partner.
Yeah, you see the ball in the air, maybe even though you're behind the line, you just think, I need to catch this and try to make a play.
Yeah, what you really need to do, knock it to the ground and just go ahead and go to the next down, because now you're probably going to lose yardage.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 153 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So that is certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A throw there, but that's going to run back incomplete.
That's coverage you expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. He's got Turner. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Purdy. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mack. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And he'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Purdy on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Dobbins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the